Welcome to Joy in Our Town. I'm your host, Pastor Isaac Friedel, and I am so excited to have Jeanette Ng. She is the founder of Actors Inc. It is an educational workshop in New York City. Nice to meet you, Jeanette.
Hi, nice to meet you too, Isaac.
Exciting. I'm so looking forward to hearing your story and about what inspired you to create this workshop. So why don't you start off and tell us a little bit about that, Jeanette?
Okay, so what it is that first inspired me to start Actors Inc. was technically I had just come off of a missions trip, and our missions trip leader challenged us to be a missionary right here in New York City.
Oh, wow.
So we looked at our different areas of influence and how we could be a missionary there. So at that time I was in the acting field and the fitness field, which I still am in right now. And I was also taking an acting workshop. So those experiences, God planted an inspiration in me to start a free acting workshop and make it for God, make it because we want to spread God's love.
Sure.
And that's the reason why it's free, and have it stand for that.
And what do actors go through in New York City? That's where the studio is. What need does your workshop fill for Christian actors?
Right, so it became very clear, God made it very clear to me that the needs were going to be centered around a need for faith, a need for fellowship, and a need for excellence and practice.
Yeah.
So as an actor, it's a very nomadic experience. You're constantly just moving from place to place to place as far as you're, in your day.
Sure.
You're not in an office culture where you have the same people that you're hanging out with all the time. You get to know an actor for, another actor for a short period of time. If you do spend time together, it's in a class, on a set, or in a casting, and then you leave each other. So there's rarely opportunity to really build a substantial relationship. And then there's also a need for faith. To be able to pray together is very rare, and especially to pray alongside another actor about your careers and for your careers. That's something that I felt like there was a need for. And finally, excellence and practice. Classes are very expensive. Having a partner to practice your scenes with, it's not always the case that you have someone to practice with. So a lot of actors, they're just trying to practice by themselves, or they try to practice with each other like in the park or at Starbucks. Even finding a space to practice is expensive. So the opportunity to practice together for free, helps with the cost of classes and renting studios to practice.
Someone who's an aspiring actor or actress, and they go through, I'm sure, a lot. I mean, it's demanding. There's so much competition out there.
Right.
What are some values that your workshop adds to help them go through this process?
Right. Okay. So two of our values are actors helping actors. So there's an equipping that I believe every actor has, no matter where they are, to be able to help someone else.
Sure.
So that goes against the common thinking that we're each other's competition. So we believe instead in the biblical thinking of sowing out your talents, of helping your brothers and sisters, and that God provides. So there isn't this competition, but it's about helping each other. So that builds that fellowship, and we really have our actors give each other feedback. Some of our more accomplished actors will lead some of the workshops. So it's really just about actors helping each other is one of our values. And to your question, what actors go through, that helps them. And then also just coming into a space where they can pray together, really fellowship together, and practice for free together really helps someone who's new in the industry, and really any actor.
I know a lot of times people see the scene of somebody going from a small town, wants to be an actor and actress, Christian values, and then they come into New York City and they're by themselves.
Right.
They don't have anyone to go to church with, and they feel almost just alone. And I love how you're able to add the faith and relationship aspect of that process with them. How important is that for somebody to have relationships and faith continue as they become an actor and actress?
It's extremely important because they can possibly abandon their career and their dream, thinking that they cannot be mutually exclusive, that their faith and their dreams as an actor cannot coexist. And that's been a lot of our testimonies. Actors that have come into Actors in Christ and have said that their testimony is that they stayed in the acting business because they came to Actors in Christ and saw people that were Christian actors doing it successfully. And it restored their faith in being able to be a Christian and an actor at the same time.
What are some of the hardships that an aspiring actor goes through in the process of getting a role?
Well, it depends. There's certainly an element of there's a lot of competition. So as an actor, you're technically competing against many other actors for the same role. So one of the hardships is going to be just dealing with those odds and not letting those odds feed into your self-worth and your ability to perform. And another hardship is being able to really be equipped and prepare properly to have the right technique. So you want to, be well prepared and also be well, like not nervous and really believe in yourself and walk into that room and do your best. And then after that, you can't control the rest. So you can control going in, being prepared and doing your best.
Yeah, a lot of times the routine and the rituals, practice, do your part, and then just believe that God will bring the results for you and put you in the right role when it comes.
Right, exactly.
Someone that's new to your group and they want to be a part of your workshop, what can they expect the first time that they come?
They can expect it's very consistent. Our workshops begin in prayer. So we welcome everyone and then we start with a prayer that just invites God into the space with us and starts on a note of gratitude and sets the tone for the workshop. And then we have a theme for the night. So we might be focusing on dramatic acting, we might be focusing on improv, we might be focusing on hosting. So whatever the theme is, we will have someone who's an expert, whether it's a teacher from one of the schools here in New York City or an actor that is very well accomplished in that area. You will have a guest that will give some equipping, and we'll do like a short kind of Q&A with them so that the actors that are there for that experience can ask all the questions they want. And then we go into playtime where we really get to flex our acting muscles and we go into acting.
Do they do like improv, or are there scripts for the actors?
If it's an improv night, then no scripts allowed.
So it's based on the night. Okay, I gotcha.
And if it's a scripted night, then we'll have scripts.
Do you do like other movies that have already come out, like those scenes, or these like new scenes that you write? What are some of the scripts that they practice with?
Well, when people bring in their own material, sometimes they bring in stuff from, that's self-written. Sometimes they bring in stuff that's from plays, from TV or film. If we're providing scripts, then it won't be stuff that we've written. It'll be from TV or film.
Like The Godfather
typically.
Or something like that?
Yeah,
something like that.
Of course.
Do you have any like standout moments from a workshop, someone that really had a memorable thing take place that you could tell us about?
The most exciting times have been just when I think back on the array of guests that we've had and the collaborations that we've had. We've been able to invite in people of a great caliber from the Christian world, from the acting world. We had Tim Shea, who's a Christian director.
Yeah, I know Tim Shea.
He came in and spoke, and it was so inspiring for everyone there. It was such
he preached at our church one
awesome.
time.
He's an incredible director, and he really spoke life into the actors and spoke truth. We had Oprah Magazine.
Oh, wow.
One of the staff there, they came to our workshop and casted for an O Magazine shoot, and one of our actresses was in O Magazine from that casting.
That's exciting.
We collaborated with Old Fashioned, which is a Christian film. And Rick, it's on Pureflix now, and I watched it. It was a great film, but they cast it in our space, and we helped them be able to cast in New York City. We had the Missicks, Dorian and Simone Missick, who is a Christian couple that are both very reputable in TV film right now in New York City. So we have had some really amazing teachers, teachers that have taught me, from Stella Adler, from the People's Improv Theater. They have agreed to come in and teach at Actors Inc.
Wow.
And SAG, a few staff members from SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, they came in to teach us about SAG membership and how to make that decision between being SAG or not, which is a big decision for all actors.
I love how you say us, you know, because you're a part of it. You're still learning. You're still growing.
Right.
What are some of the things that the studio, the free workshops have done for you personally?
Oh my gosh, it's been amazing. So one of the best things about Actors Inc. is that there's so many great connections that have come out of it.
Yeah.
Writers have found actors for their screenplays or their scripts. Actors have collaborated with each other and done things together. I personally found a fellow comedian who gave me my start in comedy, and another comedic actor who casted me for one of his web series. So I personally have benefited, and I can imagine in the same way, and I know people have found jobs, paying jobs, collaborations, just like very tangible benefits and relationships and testimonies have come out of Actors Inc.
Is it only for people who are aspiring actors and actresses, or do you ever get like a pastor in there or someone from a different profession?
We had I'll always remember, we had a lawyer that came in all the time, and he was so great. He was really good.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, he used to do plays, and now he's just a full-time lawyer. And he was so great. He had this great like accent that he would play with, and he would just play. That's why a lot of people take improv classes as adults, because adults don't get to play and fool around and use accents. And in Actors Inc., you know, it could be just that for somebody.
Yeah. If someone wants more information, how could they get more information about this?
They can go to actorsinchrist.com or Actors in Christ on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, any of our handles.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Stick around. We have a quick break, but we're going to be right back.